Thanksgiving tradition continues as the teams are lined up and off we go here in Dallas. Short kick gathered in at the 15. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game he had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the one interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the...
The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, we're one snap in, and already this defense has potentially killed this opening drive. And remember how valuable every possession is in the NFL. Talk about setting an immediate tone by this defense.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down.
There we go.
Another try following the sack. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
A couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it. And they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
Trying again following the sack. This one finds Polk. Oh, he lost the football. And the Eagles get to it. Man, this is a tough ask of your defense so early in a game, Brock, sending them out on short notice and a short field after you fumble it away.
But these are the critical moments defensively you got to live for, right? This is called sudden change. They practice this, and it's your time to put out this fire.
So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at... All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy is screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. Escape, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Eagles will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive. We're on here with Will Shipley. And he'll get them forward here up to the 24-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Woo, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover, and it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but They come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Less than a yard needed here on fourth. Shipley now up the middle. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
Here's a give inside to Gainwell. And he'll push forward for a small gain to the 31. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got 4th down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. With how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now, well, now they got to be special.
We're 1 quarter closer to some turkey as we've reached the end of one on Thanksgiving. Couple of zeros. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They've got 4th down, so we should see the punt team on to send it away. From the pistol, Hurts. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field. He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
A give to Corum. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
From the gun is Prescott. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Now we are getting a challenge. Mike McCarthy wants to take another look at that last play. All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Lamb's got it on the sideline. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds. And we'll have a Cowboys field goal try coming up. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. And they sure surprised us, going for 2 in that spot on their last drive. Not sure we're going to see that call come out here again. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hurts now from the gun. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for the back that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd down, Hurts throwing again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. On the play fake, it's Hurts. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. On 4th down, Hurts. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yeah!
1st down, here's Dak. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they had this down to the 11 before being marked down. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, here we go! Like that! 26!
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. 26!
Dak now from the gun. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. And we'll have a Cowboys field goal try coming up. He cashed his 1st attempt, his 2nd now from 45. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And they come away with some points on that series. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Starting from the 5. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing here, Hurts. He's going to push one deep down the big game downfield. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Not sure which end of the play is going to infuriate them more, giving up the huge completion or roughing the passer, which moves it even further forward. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down. Hurts setting up to throw. And no luck there. That throw falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be second down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Here's Hurts. Went right, and that's intercepted. Donovan Wilson picks it off. And the Cowboys take over as he records his 10th career INT. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Prescott here from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and
the Eagles swarm in and take him down. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. And the Birds bring out the nickel look. 3rd down coming up. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's stopped cold by that defensive front. They mark him short there, and the run gains nothing. It's 4th down.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force 4th and long.
Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. Not a big window for those halftime speeches. They're right back out of the locker room and set to resume play with the 3rd quarter. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And as we work our way through November, you see here, he's the leader league-wide right now in rushing touchdowns. On 1st down, Hurts. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. They connect on the deep shot. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down throwing for Hurts. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it's going to be 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Pete Werner has it. And the Cowboys will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Connecting on the slant. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches. Kill. At the 33-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Prescott. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. to the air here. That's caught for the first. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Dak throwing again. It's caught. Ferguson. He's got a gain of 6 there. Sidney Brown in on that stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Yeah! Here we go! Like that! What do you think? What do you think?
Now Prescott. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Here we go, here we go. What do you think?
Lone back gets the handoff. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. This one finds Polk. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Right there.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Finds a seam down the middle. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys push their lead further to start the half.
Yeah, here we go.
He's throwing for it. And he brings it in, so the decision to go for 2 looks like a good one. They've got a 14-0 lead. All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And it sets up 2nd down.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. Hurts now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
And that is what we call a stat stuffer. First, Kate, he picks it up. And then he gets into the backfield and gets home for the sack. And now he is just feeling it. He's thinking to himself, today is my day. And let me tell you, as a former quarterback, you don't want any defender ever thinking and playing with that confidence.
It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's who is running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Hurts throwing again. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Completed to his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
He has the first over the middle, and he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Hurts running the offense at max speed here. They'll throw it again. And a man is there to knock that away. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. So second down coming up. Hurts looking to throw. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. This one intended for the running back. So now it's going to be third and long.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
On third down, it's Hurts. Completed over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
They can't connect as the coverage comes through. The fourth down stands.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you